What up, kinfolk? It's your boy Screwface coming in the house. Part of my mess. I'm getting ready to move this weekend, so I'm obviously cleaning everything, washing clothes, packing everything, all that stuff. So I decided to take a little breather. And during the Steam sale, I kind of found something interesting. Now, I'm a huge fan of video game boxing, like going way back to Mike Tyson's Punch-Out back on NES. Of course, the gold standard of boxing games right now is, of course, the Fight Night series. But the last time we've seen an entry in that series was 2011's Fight Night Champion. And you all remember how good that was. It had that career mode, it had the story mode, it had that roster. It had like all those the roster was basically a who's who of names, such from some of the biggest names in boxing at that time, and some of the biggest legends. Everybody from Mike Tyson to Muhammad Ali to Floyd Mayweather. There was just it was just such a great game. But EA seemed to have abandoned the franchise. I mean, of course, if you got Xbox One, then you can and you got Game Pass Ultimate, then you can play it as part of EA Access. But that's about it. Because apparently they've abandoned it in favor of like the UFC and the MMA stuff, and like people have been waiting for a sequel to Fight Night or just a new boxing game. Period. Now, if you go on the VR platform, now first of all, there's that real boxing stuff that you see on mobile. That's okay, but you know that's that free to play stuff, you know. And also, if you got a VR headset, then there's games like Creed, Rise to Power, along with Thrill to Fight. They're pretty good and they're pretty fun if you want to work out. But I think everybody's waiting for that one game, that one big simulation game that can really bring home the sweet science. You know, take a sip of water. So anyway, I found something on Steam during the Steam sale, and I'll show you guys now. This is Esports Boxing Club. Let me show my levels here. This is Esports Boxing Club. It's going to be going in early access soon, so which means you can play while it develops. It's from Steel City Interactive, so I've been trying to look up more information on this game. So let's see what else he develops. Apparently, like, this is the only game that they worked on so far. It's not really much of a frame of reference as far as like quality and stuff. And here's the trailer, so let's play that real quick. Of course, this song is probably gonna get my shit content ID'd or whatever. Yeah, graphics actually look pretty good. They look like current gen, but I'll take it. An action simulation boxing game with next gen visuals, featuring licensed boxers, institutions, and governing bodies. Start from the bottom and work your way up to world champion in career mode. Fight online multiplayer in ranked and unranked matches. There's no release date yet. Coming soon. Esports Boxing Club is a realistic boxing game made from the ground up with the professional boxing community. I gotta say that this is a pretty generic sounding title, but you know, what's in the name, right? In ESBC, you will rise through the amateur system, going through the professional ranks to win the coveted Lonsdale belt, to going on to continental and world titles featuring officially licensed governing bodies. Not only will you be leveling up your fighter through winning the fights, you also have to hire your own staff, trainer, cut man, nutritionist, and promoter. There are also real-life boxing gyms in ESBC, each with their own fight styles and traits. Okay. Choose your own path toward a world title. Will you go through the ranks and not duck anyone? Or choose your fights as risk-free as possible? Each decision will have consequences for your career. There's that revolutionary feint system, next-gen footwork. So they the thing about like Fight Night, at least like the first few games, like they focus like on the chest, like the chest here, because like all close up, and like the really cool part was like you could tell that how you were doing based on like how your fighter was looking in the ring and how his face was looking and how he was moving. So I see like they got like bars on here, but I see like there's bars, but I kind of hope they have like a similar feature in this game, or at least a way where you can turn the HUD off. But that's just me. Venues: realistic venues from gyms and arenas to outdoor stages. High quality models. It's scored by the leading scan studio, 1024. A full fight team featuring Paul Dempsey from BT Sports, Johnny Nelson from Sky Sports, and Todd Christian from DAZN. Fully customizable career mode. Upgrade your gloves, shorts, and boots. Realism. Manage your fighters' weight and injuries. Will you rest and let any negative effects heal, or take a high-risk title shot at short notice? Unlock certain moves and characteristics as your fighter matures. Which gyms will learn new movesets? Did you retire early due to the wars you've been in, or have a prolonged career with smart fighting, or will you decide to make a comeback? Annual tournament featuring the EWBC belt. More details to follow. ESBC features the most advanced feint system. Try and throw your opponent off guard. Okay. So I'm trying to find. So I was trying to find like more information on the game itself, and I've seen more information in articles and YouTube videos about the game than for the actual company itself. Here's the webpage for the company. I mean, for the game at least. Here's a gameplay teaser. Here's that same trailer we watched. You can see pictures. So it's coming to Steam, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. I also assume at some point like next gen consoles, or probably don't do the whole smart delivery thing when on the Xbox One and PS5 or whatever. So here's 1024 digital capture. Speak over here right quick. Okay, so they're behind Death Stranding, so that's a plus. In Hellblade, Continuous Saga, Hellblade 2, okay. Baldur's Gate 3, okay, so yeah, they got some clout behind them. Yeah, so here's what I found on the YouTube page. This is pretty much all they got. And they got another YouTube. And they got another YouTube page for Steel City Interactive. Let me bring that up. And this one's kind of more of a teaser, but let's take a look at that as well. So of course this is it. So this is all in-game engine footage, so that's a good thing. Over 50 licensed athletes and professionals, including Johnny Nelson. Hi, Johnny. Esports Boxing Club. Coming soon. So it's licensed by the World Boxing Council, so that's a cool thing. Alright, here's our Instagram page. You can look up stuff about the game. Joe Joyce, so he's going to be in the game apparently. Alexander Pavetkin, and somebody please correct me if I pronounce this man's name wrong. Now, of course, it's all going to come down to the gameplay. As I say with a lot of these things, but they definitely got the. Here's an article about the game. I won't read the whole thing, but I'll just post a link to it and summarize it. So these guys are independent developers, and this is definitely an impressive level of graphics so far. Our main priority is to deliver a game that's deeper and plays better than the Fight Night series. Okay. The physics was pretty much our first 6 months of development. We didn't do anything visually or the art style. We spent a solid 6 months on the physics because the game is all about gameplay, and a boxing game that's all about physics. We decided to ditch things like repeatable jabs and punches where they all look the same. What we got instead, through our partnership with a world-leading motion capture studio, is something that's going to be on another level to Fight Night. The fighters, not only do they look pretty intense in terms of visuals, but the movement is the actual representation of a human body. We got actual weight represented in each limb, and that's never happened in a boxing game. Okay. So definitely they're saying the right things, but of course, again, it's going to come all the way down to the gameplay, and there are some videos about it. So here's a list of some of the boxers, and Shannon Courtenay, Robert Helenas. Not really familiar with a lot of these guys. I don't give up with sports as much as I should, but yeah. So it looks like we're also gonna have like women boxing there too. So yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. Let's see. The game has licenses with several boxing organizations, including the British Boxing Board of Control, the WBC, and more. Alongside this, the game has a wide range of top fighters who will appear as playable characters. Interestingly, some of the older fighters featured will be playable both as their current selves and as a version which depicts them in their fighting prime. Here is a list of just some of the fighters who will be featured in the game. There are plenty of exciting names in the mix, and SteelC Interactive are adding new fighters all the time, with plans to add even more after release and include them as purchasable DLC content. That's a pretty cool thing. So like, probably just like add on to the. It looks like they're gonna do the whole season pass thing, which I'm kind of leery about. Well, then again, like instead of like coming out with a new game of the year, they just come out with updates. And like this is an indie studio, so I can definitely see them with the season pass bit. So if they're gonna add new content and new boxers, then that's just a plus as far as I'm concerned. So let's see. They found another article. So I found another article. This is pretty small, but that's not the one I want to look at. That one was Trust Reviews, by the way. What was that one? Okay, this is Outsider Gaming. So yeah, they actually revealed a lot of this stuff back in August at the 58 WBC annual convention. See, my thing is I don't keep up with boxing or sports in general as much as I should. Alright, so at launch you're going to have like 50 fully boxers in the game, so that's cool. And plus, it looks like you can also make your own, so that's pretty cool. Hope you don't have a nice mix of like current stars and legends. I'd love to see Muhammad Ali and Tyson in there, but I probably don't think Tyson's possible. Maybe get like Roy Jones Jr., Rock Marciano. It's also been revealed that companies in talks for a further 100 licenses. So yeah, that's a pretty good thing. That I definitely want to see that kind of model in more sports games instead of like having to buy it each and every year. And EA. Alright, so here's like I don't know if this is the whole roster or just like there'll be 4 more current champions and 6 more legends joining. There's Archaeology, there's Smoking Joe Frazier. Let's see who else. Sugar Shane Mosley. see. Kit Galahad, George Davey. Yep. Okay, you just had to focus up. My mind wandered a little bit. Here's Joey's like we just saw on the Instagram page. Ryan Rhodes. So what modes? Single player, creative, and online action. So that's a good thing. You'll definitely want a good online mode. A full-fledged career mode. They pretty much go in depth with this, so I'll just put this on here. So I wonder if they'll let you like share boxes online like you do in Fight Night. So yeah, there's definitely a good. So again, they're saying all the right things, but what it's going to come down to ultimately is the gameplay. So they're saying it's going to. They're saying like they're going to try to release it in early access by the end of the year, but it looks like it's going to slip into 2021 because of the COVID and all that. Plus, you got Cyberpunk coming out next week. Oh well. So yeah, that is Esports Boxing Club. I mean, despite the generic sounding name, it has a lot of promise. Again, they're saying the right things, but again, what it's going to come down to is the gameplay. I'm definitely impressed by the graphics. I'm definitely impressed by the feature set. So could this be? So is this going to be the next big boxing simulation game that we've been looking for? Let me know in the comments. If you if you like what you just saw, I got more where that came from. You can check out the links below and also hit that subscribe button and click that bell icon so you know when I do a video. Definitely do that if you want to see more video game related content. Also I do streams. Obviously I can do this past week, but I do them every week. So follow me on Twitch. Screwface Capone. I like to stream every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Also follow me on Twitter. That's why I usually announce everything. And I also got a website, williamtalley.com. Check all that out. And anyway, it's Friday night. Y'all have a great weekend and peace. 51,000 G, kinfolk.